Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you're doing well, mate. As always, I really do hope that. And welcome back to Chelsea News / match preview. What? That's right, the Premier League is upon us. Heck, it starts today. We play on Sunday. We play relentless trophy winning Crystal Palace. It's gonna be tough. They do look good now. We'll preview that game and build a lineup together. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. A lineup prediction, like the good old days of all the last 6 seasons. So we're going to get into it together. We're also going to talk about Maresca's comments about a centre-back. He's seemingly unhappy. He's thinking differently to the club, to the hierarchy. Of course, all the questions have been up until this point. Does he have final decision? The truth is no. Ben Jacobs has said on the Londoners Blue podcast, he doesn't have a veto. The owners do, the sporting directors do, the manager doesn't, though he is consulted. Doesn't seem too happy with the centre-back situation with the absence of Leroy Colwill, of course, being out for the majority, if not entirety of this campaign. How important he was, we'll speak about that. We'll speak about Nkunku to Bayern, an exclusive from Ben Jacobs on TalkSport. Nizar Kinsella has wrote about the front of shirt sponsor. And then we'll talk about a little bit about the players who could be available for the game against Crystal Palace. It's going to be a great video, guys. I'm back, baby. We're here for competitive Premier League football, and I'm glad to have you here with me. So thanks for coming along for the ride, and thank you for dropping a like on this video and subscribing. It's a millisecond of your life, and it does make a difference to us content creators. It helps us in the deep, dark abyss that is the YouTube algorithm. Like I always used to say. Let's get into it. So, starting off, Maresca, doesn't seem too happy about the centre-back situation. He pretty much, and I may be paraphrasing here a little bit, said he would like a centre-back, but the club doesn't. He's at ends. He disagrees with Chelsea's sporting hierarchy. He said the club believes they can find a solution within. That is, of course, reacting to the absence of Colwill, who, again, will be out for a long time with an ACL. He says the club thinks they can look within. He wants a centre-back, essentially, in so many words. He pretty much said he would like to do something the club don't. And he didn't say it aggressively. He didn't do like a Mourinho, Antonio Conte level strop. He clearly does love his squad. He is feeling good. The mood generally is good, but you could tell when it came to that, he was like, yeah, I want a centre-back, basically. He's basically said, I want one. I'm not getting one. First piece of friction between maybe the manager and the sporting hierarchy. You'd like to think they have and will remain evermore having a good relationship, but clearly he had no qualms with making his position clear of, for the second time, publicly sort of stating he would like to go into the market to sign a centre-back, and that the club are not interested in doing so. And lots of people trust the hierarchy now, the sporting directors, and, you know, trust the likes of Josh Champong and Chalobah to move over onto the left. And I don't think Hato will be. But, you know, people think Ben Wabadish. Basically, they think we're covered. He doesn't think so. And he is the manager, and he has done good work for Chelsea in the last sort of however many months, 14 months or whenever he was appointed. So a little bit worrying, but I think he's not saying we're screwed because they're not giving me a centre-back. He is kind of inferring he likes the squad, but if he had his way, he would sign a centre-back. Moving on swiftly, let me know what you think about that. Ben Jacobs writing here on TalkSport, Nkunku told he has to leave. Exclusive! Chelsea ready to take a big hit on Christopher Nkunku as talks begin over exit. First of all, my instinct reaction to this is, oh good, Bayern Munich, because they're talking about Bayern Munich here. And I kind of, in a way, I'd feel sad. I said it in recent videos. I know Chelsea comes first, but there would be a tinge of sadness having to send Nkunku back to Leipzig, you know? But Ben Jacobs writes this: Bayern Munich have open talks with Chelsea for Nkunku, TalkSport understands. The German champions have also made an inquiry back in January, but Chelsea asked for £60 million, which was deemed too high. Yeah, I think it was dreamland stuff, because he basically missed the whole first season with injury. Well, he did. And he was sort of out of favour, not a starter in Chelsea's best team in the first 6 months of last season. So why are you demanding a profit on him? Not even a book profit, a transfer profit. Crazy. Bayern would prefer a loan with a buy option, but a permanent transfer is not ruled out given Chelsea's asking price has now dropped. Bayern have also tried to add forward Nick Wultemade this month, but have yet to agree to fee with Stuttgart. I thought that was done ages ago, but apparently not. TalkSport understands Nkunku will be allowed to leave for significantly less than the £52 million Chelsea paid for him. At the start of the window, Chelsea wanted just over £40 million, but an exit could be sanctioned south of that number now, and they would be getting a great deal, a great player. Nkunku's market valuation's currently £30 million. According to Transfermarkt, yeah, but you never do deals on the Transfermarkt valuation, do you? It's always more. That has fallen from 70 million when he arrived at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, it's not been a great move for him, you'd have to say. Nkunku made 62 appearances for Chelsea, scoring 18 times, which isn't awful for a non-striker. But of course, lots were in the Conference League. He's been given, and with 62 appearances, how many of those were off the bench? Like, a lot? Maybe like 25? So actually, his goals to starts is probably quite elite. Of course, he played number 9, second striker, 10 positions. Nkunku still... Chelsea still hope Nkunku add Leipzig Xavi Simons, which could further limit Nkunku's minutes, of course. Mate, Nkunku's out the door. He has to be. He knows it. We know it. Everyone knows it. Nkunku has been discussed with the aforementioned Leipzig and would be open to a return. Okay, well, he scored 70 goals there in 172 games between 2019 and 23. This is nice, an update on Xavi Simons, as we've been waiting for. Chelsea are keen to offload Nkunku, and as they continue to explore another signing from Leipzig, of course, in Simons, the Netherlands star. The Dutchman's agreed personal terms with Chelsea a while ago now, ahead of a potential move, but clubs are yet to reach an agreement. Leipzig are looking for £60 million to part way with Simons, while Chelsea are hoping to pay just over 50. I reckon 60 million euros we're looking to pay, what we go up to, I think. A deal for Simons is also complicated as he only just joined them permanently in January. Yeah, which makes the book profits losses different, doesn't it? The fee was just over 40 million quid with 20 million in add-ons, but was not clear how many of those have been paid. Interesting turn of events as well. Ben Jacobs was suggesting that they don't have to disclose how many of add-ons they paid. Like, that doesn't need to be public knowledge to Chelsea. And in fact, if they pretend they paid more, it looks like they are in a stronger negotiating position that they could ask Chelsea for more money, mate. Do you know what I mean? And I think PSG have also got a sell-on clause, so they also would be like, don't tell them. Tricky. TalkSport understands Man City are also contemplating a move for the 22-year-old. Yeah, I would say it would feel annoying to lose out from Xavi Simons to Man City, I'd say. Jack Grealish, of course, going to Everton. There might be a bit of room there. Savinho might even go to Spurs. Very peculiar. Meanwhile, Chelsea remain in talks with Man United over a move for left winger Alejandro Garnacho. The Argentine is desperate to join the Blues, but the Red Devils are holding out for 40 million quid. That's gone down already. It was 50 million or above. Now it's 40 million, please. Chelsea want 30. I think that deal gets done for 35 million quidsies. There's some potent transfer updates there from Ben Jacobs on TalkSport, covering all the bases. Now, before we talk about Chelsea's actual squad availability and indeed the game ahead, let's talk about some front of shirt sponsor stuff. It's the never-ending question, huh? The Schrodinger's negotiation. Naz Kinsella, here he is, and his associate Max Chesterton have wrote about it on the BBC. First of all, let me just say, what the ruddy heck, without swearing, is happening with a front of shirt sponsor? Champions of the ruddy world, doing it in style, moonwalking into wherever, was it New York or Jersey Stadium, wherever it was, MetLife. 3 executed goals on PSG's head, with Donnarumma making saves as well. Cole Palmer involved with all of them. Chelsea having the loveliest of times, the best of times. And, Champions League with a space to spare, not top 5, we got 4th. Nice, comfortable Conference League win with Cole Palmer again doing it in a final, slapping up a good opposition in Real Betis, signing new exciting players. Chelsea, Chelsea stocks are well up. We should be in a very strong negotiating position for a front of ruddy shirt sponsor. Where is it? Give it to me. Chelsea are the only Premier League club to start this campaign without a match day shirt sponsor, and this was of course after Nottingham Forest have agreed a partnership with American gambling firm Bally's. Apparently you can still get a gambling front of shirt sponsor for this campaign, and then that's done. You can on the shirt sleeves, but not main front of shirt sponsors, and I must say that's a good thing. Gambling bad. I know steak is on the front of like Everton's top and stuff, but that, I'd like to think Chelsea turned down steak when there was an opportunity there, and I'd like to think they will continue to do so. Just my opinion. There is an ongoing competitive process for the front of shirt sponsor with Chelsea, and they believe to have had offers but focused on aligning with the right long-term partner. Got to get it right because they want peas. And on that, the club is aiming to strike a deal worth 60 to 65 million pounds, Great British pounds sterling, per season, following, of course, UCL qualification, winning their revamped Club World Cup. Massive, because you are in the best competition in the world, the Champions League next season, as well as the Premier League. So your sponsor will be on all the television sets, or screens, should I say, around the world. And also, your sponsor will be snuggled lovely next to a badge that says Club World Cup Champions, World Champions. And you're probably going to sign a 5-year deal. 80% of that tenure, it will be World Champions badge next to your company. That puts Chelsea in what I can only describe as a very strong negotiating position. Unsurprisingly, Chelsea has been strongly linked to Riyadh Air. Maresca side had no front of shirt sponsorship but until the end of the season. Of course, we got Damac. We started the previous one without one. We got Enfin Athlete for a bit, didn't we? They basically kept their powder dry. They were thinking, just wait, and now we'll sign a 5-year deal. I must say, the last deal we had with 3, the telephone network provider, that was 60 million squids. 60 million does that count as a curse? Boys a year, which was lucrative, but you'd think with inflation that would have gone up. So if we get to 65, great. But we have been in the trenches for a while, so it's about regaining trust. And also, we were winning Premier Leagues more and stuff like that. If we somehow get a 65 million quid a year deal, that is peas, fam, dinero, l'argent. I don't know, I need to learn money in different languages. I'm trying to expand my repertoire of certain phrases in different languages. Just culturally diversifying. Yeah, man, look. It could be a Middle Eastern airline, and I mean, that's all over the gaff, innit? But lots of money, that'll be helpful, won't it? We will keep you posted. Yeah. Right. So, we are playing Crystal Palace. Whereas Fofana could be available in the squad. Maybe there's going to be a real spanner thrown in the works, and he will start. I don't think he will. Well, maybe he will. He says Benoit's in the process of coming back. Romeo is the same, so they are not available. Trev is okay. Trevo Chalobah. We know he's okay. That's good. That's good. And we know he was talking about how he wants centre-back. So before we talk about Chelsea, let's have a look at the Eagles. Eagles. Of course, beating Man City in the FA Cup to qualify for this game, the Community Shield. Drawing 2-2, goals from Mateta and Ismail Assar, Hugo Ekitike and Jeremy Frimpong, which was absolutely a cross. It was not a shot. There we go. I imagine we will see this exact team from manager Oli Glasner against Lachelle. Steen, Henderson, Richards, Lacroix and Guerhi. Despite Guerhi and Eze being linked to exits, I think they will play this weekend. Wharton and Kamada in midfield. Munoz and Mitchell. These are all really good operators. And what's testament to Glasner being good, they're like suddenly good players. Do you know what I mean? They're like in the last like year, you're like, oh, these are all really good players. I mean, obviously like Mitchell had high stocks. Ismail Sarr had moments before in the Prem, but now you look at this team and you go, damn, they can hurt you. Munoz can. His offensive ability is amazing. The defense is really good. Wharton is destined for great things. That front three is really, really effective. It's tough, man. They are a good team. They really are. And I suppose, kind of, how you'll say, worried? I'm not. Well, I think we'll deal with them, but I am kind of worried. I'm also. There he is. Yes, so just paying respect to Crystal Palace first. They're good. I don't think they would have been on the partying, as it were, for the last few days because they won the Community Shield, like I was hoping, and then they were really hungover, and Gerhi's head's turned, and Eze's going to Tottenham, and who knows, maybe we'll be in a really fortunate position where they're all negotiating moves, and Gerhi and Eze are their two most important players. Up there, maybe sort of Wharton would sneak in as well. But I built a Chelsea lineup, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. That's me. Now, there is a chance off the bat. Yeah, Gittins is not ready. And if he's not, I will move Neto over out of position to the left. And Gittins will be Sterval, who does look ready despite being very young and not speak English. But for the sake of it, this is how I feel will go. Okay, I would love to see Fofana off the bench and see if he can play football still. But as Maresca said in his pre-match press conference, Levi Colwill played in the middle of the back three in the build-up, or Tosin. So Tosin will do that. So, with that being said, let's build an in-possession shape for Chelsea against Crystal Palace. James tucking in to the right side. I mean, let's play quite aggressively. Let's push these men up, yeah? It actually has, at times, looked a bit diamondy, the midfield, with Caicedo playing very centrally. Fernandez maybe going on the right of a diamond. Maybe, I suppose, Cucurella going inside that pocket there. And then Gittins, for example, in this instance, holding the whip, which is he's perfect for. He's a touchline winger. Touchline, byline, that's what he does. And similarly, Pedro Neto, touchline winger. I know he can play on either side, there and there. And it's kind of, instead of a box midfield, we have got a diamond midfield. Now, I don't think Cucurella is going to go here. He can go out wide and a lot of the time. Let's make it a bit more of a wide diamond. There'll be moments where Cole Palmer switches to his right preferred pocket and Enzo Fernandez can go forwards there. Of course, if we're going with João Pedro, which I think we will as a starting striker, he will drop deep in link play, especially because we're not going to be playing against a team that will always be leaving space in behind for Liam Delap. So I'm going João Pedro to drop deep in link and play the false nine around Cole Palmer and the wingers and this, that and the other, and draw the three centre-backs of Crystal Palace all over the gaff. And then, of course, nothing better than if we're winning, hopefully we are by 60 minutes, even if it's just by a goal, Palace start trying to be a little bit more adventurous and a little bit more risky, to which we take João Pedro off, bring on Liam Delap, and as we defend space in behind, who better to run into said space and bully the defenders than Liam Delap and score goals, because he is a good striker. And look, we could see Neto start on the left quite comfortably, and just to accommodate, and this could be very, very likely, guys, just to accommodate Sterval on the right, because he looks like him and Palmer. Though they don't speak the same linguistic language, they speak the same footballing language. That's what everyone has been saying. And they will, come across Ollie Glasner's reactive side that play deep sometimes, and they will need some footballing combinational brilliance, which of course looks very, very, that could be very easily combined between Sterval and Palmer. Very exciting. I did have Sterval in my fantasy Premier League. I've actually swapped him for Caicedo. Of course, both listed as midfielders. Now that FPL Fantasy Premier League reward defensive actions, 5.5 million for Caicedo, always starts for Chelsea, always puts in loads of defensive actions. I'm going to test that new scoring system on Fantasy Premier League. Why did that not work? Guys, let me know your thoughts. Leave them down in the comment section below. As always, I'll thank you for liking and subscribing. Yeah, I got a lot of messages, by the way. Shout out to the Chelsea boys who did the big link up in London in the studio. I was invited. I saw a lot of love saying, oh, where's Jan? Which is lovely. But yeah, I'm in the group chat. I was invited. I was unable to make it. So another time. And yeah, also there's daily content on my second channel, Football Yannick, so do go check that out, where I speak football every day, but non-Chelsea stuff. But I'd appreciate you guys coming over and subscribing, because I'm trying to get to 20k subs by the time the summer is out, which is very realistic because it's like 600 subscribers more. So you could be the difference. You just search Football Yannick on YouTube or click the link in the description of this video because it's there too. Right, that's enough from me. Keep it locked. See you soon. Bye.